Hi, this is Stacy and welcome to my channel, Planning for the Wild. Today I wanted to take you through my passion project for the last few weeks, which is taking the Erin Condren teacher planner and turning it into a personal life planner. I decided to do this when Erin Condren put out the new designs for 2022, and they mentioned that there was going to be an 8.5 by 11 size. I lost my mind. I needed it immediately. And then when I saw that it was only going to be offered in the horizontal layout, I knew that wouldn't work for me, but I still couldn't get past just needing to see that larger size. So it led me on this path to the teacher planner, which I knew nothing about, and I kind of fell in love, and I bought one, and here's what I did to make it work for me, a non-teacher, and turning it into a life planner where I am going to be tracking all of the things. I have to say I'm super excited with how it turned out, and making the pages and setting this up over the last few weeks has been a blast. All right, so let's jump in. So my title page here, the teacher planner does say teacher here. So what I simply did was put a sticker over that, wrote my name in here. To me, that looks just like a life planner. Now, all about me. I've covered up some of my personal information here, but what they did have here in the teacher planner was basically like your school and the school year. I just put a picture of me. I figured all about me. Let's just make it all about me. So I did fill in my personal information here. And now on the bottom here, they had a handy spot for folks to put in websites and passwords, or kind of like notable information. I didn't need that. I'm not a huge fan of writing passwords down. So what I decided to do instead was to turn this into a word of the year. So well, I'm going to pick a word of the year for 2021, and then one for each of the months that fall within the remainder of this year. And the same thing for 2022. And I thought this would be a cute place to highlight that. The next page, I did just use some washi tape here to cover up some of the classroom information that they had in the title there. But I decided to keep events and volunteers. So, I don't need that in the way that a teacher would, but I do, as a parent, attend a lot of school events, and I do volunteer for multiple things in the classroom. So I'm going to use that page in the spirit of which it was intended, and for the different schools that I'm involved in, keep track of different classroom events and things I am volunteering for. So the next page here, it's meant to be for contacts. Now, I don't need contacts. I have a phone. So what I decided to do was repurpose these pages. First things first is over here, I decided to make this more of a log for my book club. So I'm going to keep track of who's hosting and the book they selected. On the next page here, something I do in all of my planners is I always have one page that is my reading list. So I like to look back at the end of the year and see how many books I've read and what I've read. So here I'm going to start keeping a log of all of the books that I'm reading for the remainder of this year and into next. Now, I did nothing with the calendar layout page. I might decide to go back in later and to use some stickers to maybe color code different events and stuff here, but I just kept it nice, crisp, and clean for now. The next page takes us to the year plan. So this is where, I suppose, for teachers, you could put in what you wanted to focus on each month. Because it was broken out by month in the teacher planner, what I decided to do was to call it Adventure Awaits and make it a wish list, a bucket list, if you will, of things I want to do every month with my family or with my husband or for me personally. you know, so like, for example, like January is going to be, you know, maybe like host a New Year's Eve party, go skiing, that type of things, but really more of a wish list of really fun recreational things that we're looking to do in the year. So the next few pages are actually graph paper. And what I decided to do was to turn one page here into a graph that shows what I'll be doing is, you know, plotting in my average for the month, and then I can give it a home in one of these squares and then see how things look over time in this weight tracker. On the next page here, I have where I'm starting out my weight log for the week. So obviously you can see that I'm I am in weight loss mode. So what I do is I do weigh myself every single day, and then at the end of the week I take that average. So my plan for this page and the following 2 pages, as you can see, is I have laid out every week. That's going to be between July and when this planner ends, which is June of 2022. So what I'll do is I will then put into here my weekly average, the change, and then any notes. And then in the notes section, I usually do like what was going on that week. So did I have my period? Did I work out extra hard? Did I do intermittent fasting? Something to kind of keep range of anything that's going on in my life at that point, so I can look back at this and see trends over time. So that is how I used all the graph pages. Now the teacher planner, I mean, oh my goodness, the great thing about it is you just get all of these extra pages. So much more bang for your buck than the life planner, I have to say it. For $4 less, I got so many line pages and was able to populate this book in a way that was really personalized to me, as you can see. So on these next line pages, I have goals, which I've broken out into different buckets. I haven't populated that yet, but that's something I'm looking forward to doing before I start this book next week. The next page here, projects in my life, things I want to design, things I want to organize, things I want to buy. This is really this focus is all about things in my house, and really going to be driving my to-do lists, but for the year, and thinking about how I want to kind of plan things out. So now we're going to start getting into the actual months of the teacher/life planner that I've created here. Now the teacher planner, their monthly landing pages look like this. Lined, some kind of quote at the top. Sometimes they are more teacher oriented, like teach your heart out or something like that. Whereas other times they are more generic and I don't have to do anything with it. So you have a line page on the left, a line page on the right with then dates to remember. What I decided to do was just to kind of make it mimic, in a way, the True Life Planner. And I happen to have a soft-bound, larger life planner that I had tried out last year. So what I did is I just cut out the page, the landing page, and I just used some washi here to kind of put it in. Over here, this is a monthly landing page for a happy planner. I'm just really kind of playing, just having fun with it, but really trying to break it down much in the spirit of how the Erin Condren life planner is. So here I have like a section for don't forget, start doing, make it count. So what I see this being more is like to be like my monthly goals, things I'm focusing on this month, maybe like a part for another area for where I do my word of the month. Down here, family goals, goals that I'd like to set for each of my kids. So now we're getting into the fun part. Here is my July page. It's just like a life planner set up with the monthly spread. I've already started populating this one because I am, you know, it is just a matter of days. I got till Sunday until I move in here. I have purchased the mid-century circles, plastic tabs, and I am using them throughout because this is a bit of a larger book. I have found that these have been fantastic in helping me kind of toggle between the pages that I'm going to be using the most. So I'm going to put that here for now. So this was my first attempt at making my teacher planner a life planner. So I had really thought that I was going to do like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, weekend. And once I started playing around in here, I decided for the first week I was going to keep it. Even though I said I didn't like horizontal, but it's kind of going to be a little bit of both. So how I saw this going was, you know, putting in my days on this box here, kind of highlighting like big things that are happening in the day, appointments, things of note. So for example, that Monday is when my camp begins for my kids, and then we have a dog trainer coming that day. In this section, I did a start doing, which is really me breaking down the day based on time. So, you know, 8:30 drop off, my schedule just really broken down granularly. Next up, we have to do, my to-do list for the day. Over here, ASAP, that's going to be things that are in the to-do list that really my top three, the things that have to get done before the day is over. And the way I see this going is populating these down, schedule all the way down. Now, do I need this many to-do boxes for a week? Probably not. So there's a good chance that once I get in here and I start playing around and getting my to-do list in there, and I feel like I have a lot of space, I might even use some of these boxes for something else that I can monitor. But we'll see. It's, you know, it's all new, and we're going to be playing with it as we go. This section here, made for half grocery list. Other thing is like things I'm looking to buy this week, just to keep a mind, be mindful about my budget. So I have a place for that. This area here, I keep a menu for the week. So I just don't meal plan. I like to have a place where, hey, when I did my food shopping and I was doing my meal planning for the week, what did I buy? So what's in my fridge that I could, I create a menu for myself. So this is where I'll be putting that information in. Lunch and snacks, dinner, and then things that I maybe have gotten just for the kids. And then here is where I'll actually plot out what I plan on doing for dinner this week. And the way that I see it happening, you know, usually during the week we are a bit more rigid. Where on the weekend, I didn't plot it out for there because I'm gonna see how it goes. I have space here where I can put it in, if I feel like I'd like to. So next up, workout. So I did leave an area here where I can monitor my workouts for the day. So that's going to be here, going through each day to match each day on the side here. And then we go into weekends. So I have a section for Saturday and Sunday. And I did put two things there so that I can monitor my workouts. In these lined areas, I foresee myself putting in any, you know, schedules for the day. You know, our weekends aren't as crazy, and we're not running from place to place as much. So I'm okay with it not being as rigid with, you know, having all of this breakdown. But like I said, this is just week one. This is just one iteration of how this might work out. I did start putting in the next week, just a really light touch at this point because I'm not sure how I wanted to do it. But I did keep schedule and to do, meal plan. I moved my menu over here. And then I might even play around with doing goals. So definitely stay tuned to this channel and my Instagram account to see how I'm going to be. I think my Instagram account is where I'm going to really every week focus on showing you guys how I'm taking the life planner layout and making it work for me. Because even with my life planner, I did change it every week. I do see myself at some point playing around with having the dates up here. I've seen people do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, and then using this in a different way. I see myself really just playing around until I figure out what works. Now, just to give you a sneak peek, here's what I did in August. Again, I took one of those softbound life planner books, and I just kind of got creative. One idea I did have was possibly purchasing another 8.5 by 11 Erin Condren planner, maybe the monthly, maybe even a life planner if I have, maybe if I could find a used one, something where I could then take the landing pages out of that so it fits the 8.5 by 11 and just putting those in here. I think that would look nice, but that may be something more for like, hey, someone didn't like it, they're selling it on Marketplace. But until I see anything like that pop up, I'm just gonna keep having fun. At the end of each month, like this is why I was so excited when this book came. At the end of each month, once you get through your weekly layout, you then get more line pages. This is why I'm just like, wow, the teacher planner, you just get so much more bang for your buck. So what I decided to do with these line pages is keep a tracker from pretty much my iWatch. I like to keep track of, average calorie burned, average calories, steps, distance, active time. So this is some place where, every Monday iWatch sends me a notification of, hey, here's what last week looked like for you. So what I'm gonna do is on those Mondays, just come in here and populate this. Then on this page, I used some monthly stickers, and I already started putting stuff in here, but just kind of like notes to myself. Like in here, I kind of like did a focus on getting back on track. So let's say if I'm feeling misaligned with one of my goals, I put in some steps to kind of like questions to ask myself. And just really some notes, just like some self-help stuff. But I'm thinking that, that's going to be what I look at every month, just kind of focusing on a different aspect of, my journey here, and kind of making notes of things that I think will help me out. Down here I had some extra space, so I figured I would I'm doing Weight Watchers, so I figured what I would do is have a little calendar here. Again, I cut this out of a softbound journal, and what I plan on doing is monitoring my blue dot days, which is days where I'm in my healthy eating range, and I thought that could be a really fun visual here that I can look at and populate pretty much daily. So in the back of the book, you have the option, they call it checklists. This is for teachers to kind of take attendance, I think, or to check off that kids have turned in assignments. But what I'm using it for is a habit tracker, because these checklist boxes are exactly what Erin Condren offers up when it comes to habit trackers. So for me, it just fits so perfectly into what I was looking to get out of a life planner. So what I've done here is I have broken it into different subsections. So I have my morning routine, my planning routine, wellness, goals, my evening routine. So what was beautiful about this setup is I had done the math, and I had ordered, I believe it was 7 or 14 extra pages. And what I did with that is I managed to make it so that I could populate each day in here for the entire year that I'll be using this planner. So every single day will have its own checklist column here, and I can go in here every day and check off all of my habits. So my habits are, my early wake up time. Did I weigh in? Did I take my morning meds? Everything, I'm going to go into, I'll do another video where maybe I go into more detail about how I use this habit tracker, but it's been life-changing for me. Now in the back of the book here, we do have all of these teacher planner stickers. Now they are teacher oriented, staff meeting, to do, no school. However, I do see that a lot of the stickers, as a parent of school-age children, I can still use. So things like no school, after school, to do. Like I can absolutely find parent-teacher conference. I'll be attending one. So there's definitely more ways to use these than just in the teacher world. Field trip, like my kids are going on field trips. Now we do have stickers in here that are more generic, and as you can see, I've already started using them. And then what I've also noticed is that if you go on the Erin Condren site, you could also purchase the stickers that come in the back of the life planner. So I am going to be getting those so that I can use I could use those in addition to the teacher planner stickers. I absolutely love that I have a folder back here and on the page behind it. I also have these plastic covers that can hold things. Right now I'm keeping all of my monthly stickers that are for the calendar back here. But I have to say, I am so happy that I purchased the teacher planner. I can't wait to fully move in and to start using this. Like, I find, like, oh my God, dare I say, have I found planner peace? There is just so many fun ways to customize this. And the fact that it's 8.5 by 11, it turned out to be cheaper, even with my gold coil, which was $10 extra. And with me adding extra pages in the back, it somehow turned out to be cheaper than if I had gotten the 8.5 and 11 horizontal life planner. I am over the moon about this purchase, and I can't wait to share with you guys how I use it in the months ahead. So please come back and visit me again. And I'm on Instagram at Planning for the Wild. See you soon.